From BS and Beer Media, it's Top of the Bleachers with Jason and Tucker.
Smith coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going. Oh, look at that. He's going to score. He's got the ball.
Let's see what the guys are talking about today.
Hello, welcome into the Top of the Bleachers, your daily podcast for NFL, NBA, and NCAA news, sometimes, and other stuff that we like to talk about. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe buttons for us. You can follow us on X at the Bleachers Pod. And today was a good day, man. How you doing? What's up?
I can't believe that ref doesn't throw a flag when they push Emmett out of bounds after he's already crossed the goal line. That just makes me mad every time I watch it. That should have been a flag right there.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
I'm doing good, dude. I didn't do a lot today. Went to work, but I was done pretty early. I was home by like 12:30.
Yeah.
Tried to find some sort of, content for the show. It's kind of tough to do right now unless you like tennis, and I'm not a tennis person.
No.
My dad used to take us to play tennis when we were younger because him and his buddy John Jordan would play tennis, but I always tried to hit the tennis ball like over the fence,
I did every time, like without meaning to. I couldn't hit the thing unless I hit a home run. I don't know what the deal was.
Yeah. And so there was a lot of tennis on today. That was about it.
There's a little bit of WNBA on, but I didn't catch the end of it. We were having birthday cake. My wife's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Tell her I said happy birthday. Asia scored 42 or something like that.
Yep. That she did good. She did really good.
Last night, Caitlin Clark rolled her ankle. Right? Gave everybody a big scare.
Breaking news.
But she came out in the second half and still played. So probably good and swole up on her.
I saw she fouled somebody really hard. They were talking about it. Maybe she should be fined or something. Because Angel gets fined, and
let me tell you something, man. The women in the NBA don't play, man. I've been watching some videos of some WNBA fights, and these girls don't play. That big girl that you like, Cardoza or whatever her name is. Yeah, man. She don't take no lip, man. She don't take no lip at all.
I think she might be Cuban or something, or
I know she is.
I don't know. She's a feisty one, huh?
She's a big lady. It's Wednesday, and all you dads are driving your kids into school, and I want to give you a dad joke that you can really embarrass your kids with, maybe when you pick them up this afternoon, and tell this one around the water cooler. Did you know they made it a law in Hawaii that you cannot laugh loudly?
I did not know this.
Yeah, you got to keep it to aloha.
Okay. All right, buddy.
There you go. There's your dad joke Wednesday. I'll have one next Wednesday for you too.
Dad joke Wednesday.
Dad joke Wednesday.
Hey, top of the bleachers, man. There's always some dad jokes going on up at the top. So hey.
I know some jokes. But we can't keep it PG if some of the jokes I know. So I'm gonna keep it clean with the dad jokes. Hey, I was watching ESPN today, and they were talking about the 12-team football playoff, and they kind of went through how it's gonna go. Which most of it I pretty much knew. You got 5 conference champions.
Yeah.
The 4 best out of those 5 will get the 4 seeds, the top 4 seeds, and they'll get a bye in the first round. And then 5 through 12 will play 5 through 12.
Okay. So that's only 5 17s, right?
There's
8 teams.
5 conference champions. There's 12 teams.
Okay, for 12. All right, there's 8.
Yeah.
All right. My math and
All
math.
right. Okay. All right. So 5 through 12 will play the first round with 5 through 8 playing home games.
Okay.
So 5 through 8 will get a home game. Now, does that mean that they're going to be listed as the home team on a neutral site, or do they actually get a home game? Like
It sounds like they probably get a home game.
If it's the Hogs sitting at, say, number 6, you're saying we get a home game in the first round before we have to start traveling?
Yeah, I guess that's your advantage to not getting a bye, but still being.
So that tells me that the first round of the playoffs is not associated to any bowls.
I don't think so.
They're just going to be sponsored by somebody, probably, right?
Probably. The whole thing is going to be probably sponsored by somebody.
And then after you get through after you get through that, then it just plays out like a regular old bracket with the highest seed playing the lowest seed, and so on and so on and so on. This all wraps up
at home. So there's no neutral site games at all? Are all the games home and away? Like if you're the home team, you're actually at home?
I didn't get that information. They didn't give me that information. They said 5 through 8 will play 9 through 12.
That's crazy.
And 5 through 8 get home games. Now, I don't know if after that, if it's going to be neutral sites or if it'll be home and away or what. Now, here's the other thing. This all wrapped.
Seeded teams will play a host. The higher seeded teams will play host.
So you get to play at home.
The home team.
What about the national championship game? Surely it's played on a neutral site somewhere.
It says the New Year's Six bowl games will be introduced in the quarterfinal round.
Oh, okay.
The semifinals in bowls on a rotating basis. The national championship host site is determined through bids by prospective host sites. So, sounds like they will be neutral sites once they hit the quarterfinals.
So you'll get the first and the second round. You'll get to see home games. That'll be awesome for fans. That'll be awesome for fans.
Yeah, like how baseball they get to host in their tournament they get to host.
The other thing I noticed was this all wraps up January 20th. Holy crap, they are stretching this thing out further and further, aren't they?
Yeah, it used to be January 1 was it.
It was like the game right there.
Yeah. That's a couple weeks longer, huh? That's awesome. I can't
it's a
wait
lot more. I don't think it's really so. While all this is going on, these teams that didn't make the playoffs, they'll be playing in bowls too. So you'll have football going on like crazy, man.
Yeah, you still have all those bowl games in December.
Yeah,
over Christmas and stuff. Yeah, it'd be fun. It's just going to be. I don't know how they're going to do that because are they going to have? No, they won't have less bowls. They just have.
If anything, they'll have more bowls because not necessarily bowls because you'll have home games or whatever, but you'll have more football games.
Yeah. I wonder what they're going to call their home games, and
I don't know. I'll bet you they'll be sponsored by somebody. Like if the Hogs make it, it'll be like, this round sponsored by Tyson Chicken, or whatever.
Yeah.
Should be Saracen Casino if you ask me, but that's just me.
Yeah, I know.
The other thing I wanted to bring up to you was because you live with a Cornhusker.
Yeah.
What is the deal with Nebraska volleyball? I flip on Nebraska volleyball. They're number 2 in the country, and they have got a packed. This is the first game of the year, and the stadium is packed. What is up with Cornhusker volleyball?
They're good, man. Last year they broke some kind of attendance record for indoor attendance thing. They played they played 1 and 2 played, I think.
They can't feel that. They cannot feel that same arena to watch basketball, but they can feel it for women's volleyball. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, the football team's supposed to be better too, but yeah, the women's volleyball team's legit, and we have family who is, I'm gonna butcher his title, but it's like events manager or something like that. But he's over women's volleyball and another sport. You know what I mean? And so he's involved with the women's volleyball team and stuff. You know, and so we get the inside scoop.
You need to go up there and watch the game. I couldn't believe how crazy the crowd was getting. I was like, this is a volleyball game. This is crazy. I ended up watching like the whole game.
Yeah, they're supposed to be really good.
But they're number 2, so who's number 1? I meant to look that up to see who the top 10 was, but I have no idea. Anyway, I was just impressed.
Man. They keep track of that somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Not on ESPN anywhere. Anyway. What else you got? You got anything else? I got a couple things.
National Dog Day. Did you do anything special for your wiener dogs?
They're pretty spoiled every day anyway, so no, not really.
Well, yesterday I took my dog on a 3.5 mile hike. And I mean a hike, not like a walk around the neighborhood. Like we went up through the woods and on a trail, and like I woke up this morning and it felt like somebody beat my legs with a bat.
You're supposed to be nice to your dog. You took him on a 3-mile walk.
Well, the big dog can't go 3.5. He's 9 years old.
Okay.
He can do about a mile.
Okay.
He'll lay down and just give up on you. And then the other thing I saw was Anthony Edwards. You hear about this?
A little bit.
Okay. So
talking about him making Magic Man.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Magic Man. His exact quote, okay, was, I didn't watch it, so I shouldn't speak on it. And then he proceeded to speak on it. See, if he would have stopped right there, dude, you're a great quote, you're done, leave the house. But he decided to go ahead and speak on it, even though he said he shouldn't speak on it. And he said, I didn't watch it, so I shouldn't speak on it. There wasn't a lot of skilled players back in the old NBA. Maybe Michael and Kobe, but that was about it.
Jeez, dude. This guy. So arrogant, man. Yeah. I'm
not sure it's arrogance. I think it's being naive. Like, what is he? 21 years old, 20 years old? I mean, he's a kid.
He was born in 2004, probably.
Yeah. People's history begins on the day they were born. They don't care about anything that happened before the day they were born. Okay. So yeah. I think he's just naive and he's uneducated on the old NBA. He needs to go watch some Bird, and heck, he can go back to Walt Frazier and tell me there ain't no skilled players, or Pistol Pete, or Wilt Chamberlain, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or Magic Johnson. You know, to say there weren't any skilled players is kind of a stupid thing to say.
Yes, it is. Well, usually anytime you say I shouldn't speak on this and then you say something, it's usually something dumb.
Yeah, exactly. And these are the guys that paved the way for you to have a career in the NBA. Maybe you ought to be a little bit more respectful of them. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. I think that's why Magic got mad. He said something like, I don't take criticism, or I don't listen to anybody that hasn't won a championship.
Yeah, I heard that.
He didn't win in college. I don't think he even won in high school.
Yeah, I heard Barkley say that about Kendrick Perkins. He said, don't talk. The guy scored 4 points a ball game. I'm not going to listen to him.
Yeah, I saw that. So I looked up these volleyball rankings.
Okay.
Okay. they don't really have like a coaches poll or like that. They have an AVCA rankings, which is kind of weird because it shows everybody's record is 0-0.
Well, the season just started today.
They have Texas ranked number 1.
Wow. Okay.
Nebraska ranked number 2. Now the NCAA women's volleyball RPI rankings has Nebraska at number 1 and their record 28-1. Number 2, Stanford 26-3. So I don't know which rankings they go by. I don't know anything about volleyball. I just know Nebraska's good.
Nebraska's not just good, it's how many people they get to turn out for it and how crazy they are about it. It's just I mean, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to see. It's how baseball teams feel when they come to bomb. They come to bomb and they're like, holy crap, we didn't know people even like baseball this much, So I just think it's awesome.
To be honest with you, to be honest, they're kind of a starving fan base because they were such heavy football for so many years with Tom Osborne, and then that just kind of fell off, and they haven't had anything to root for a while. Nebraska's been at the bottom of the Big Ten since they joined.
I don't understand how you don't have a backup. You know what I mean? Like, you were Nebraska. Tom Osborne was putting you in title contention every freaking year. If you weren't winning it, you were, and it was like Ohio State back then, and everybody hated you because you were so good.
Yeah.
And then, is this going to happen to Alabama? Are we going to see this at Alabama now that Saban's gone? The program's just going to go to crap until they find another good coach.
Some people are saying that.
Well, a lot of them are acting like this guy's just going to pick up right where Saban left off, and they're not even going to miss a beat. And I'm like, I don't know.
That's what a lot of people think.
But they've lost a lot of recruits to Auburn. They're losing recruits all over the place.
They lost some and transferred some in. I mean, they're still got talent. Don't get me wrong. But
they're Alabama. They're going to draw. It's just like Kentucky. Even though Cal's gone, Kentucky has the aura of being Kentucky, so they're going to draw in some good players.
This guy was also
they got that kid. They got that guy that was the sixth man from BYU that's just going to like lead the SEC this year. I can't wait to see this kid play, man.
What are you talking about?
Kentucky.
You talking about football? Basketball. I thought you switched on me.
Yeah, Kentucky, man.
Yes, Kentucky. Let me start on those guys. Well, I had something. Well, this is kind of the same long lines you were talking about. You kind of you rooted for Nebraska volleyball today a little bit. You know what I mean?
I did root for Nebraska volleyball today. I don't know if I was rooting for them or if I was just mesmerized by the fact that they got so many people to show up for a volleyball game.
Well, this brought up something I saw the other day where these guys were talking and they said that they root for their regular team, like we root for the Razorbacks, right?
Sure.
But then every year there's some team, and it's not always the same team.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some team that they end up kind of bandwagoning them because they like them for some reason. They like the way they play. They like some player, some story about the team. I don't know, whatever the reason. They're the underdog, whatever. You find a team to root for, and I guess I never consciously thought this was a thing, but I tend to do that myself. Do you tend to do that too?
I do in the NBA. I do in NFL. I don't do it so much in college. In college, I root for teams game by game, and I end up rooting for the underdog lots of time. Like if I flip onto a game and it's fourth quarter and there's a team down by 7, I don't even care who the team is down by 7. I'll end up rooting for them. Come on, you can come back. You can beat these guys, But in college, I usually just root for the Hogs. I even get Now, in the NCAA tournament, after the Hogs get beat out or if they don't make the tournament, I'll find a team that I like in that and try, and root them. Last year it was NC State. I really got behind NC State. I liked their big man that they had. He was a wide dude, but he had good footwork. He ended up going somewhere to the NBA. I remember. But in football, I root for the Cowboys in the NFL, but I usually pick somebody from the AFC to root for too that year. And it'll be somebody different every year in the AFC who I'm rooting for. And it's usually never the favorite. Like, it irritates me if, I don't know. I've never seen so many Chiefs fans. Okay. 5 years ago, there were no Chiefs fans. Okay. And now you can't go anywhere without somebody saying they're a Chiefs fan. I'm like, and I want to say, really? You really a Chiefs fan?
Yeah.
Name me a quarterback before Mahomes. Can you name me a quarterback before Patrick Mahomes? Have you ever heard the name Christian Okoye? Do you know who Christian Okoye? Because you're not a real Chiefs fan if you don't know who Christian Okoye is.
Yeah. I tend to do the same thing in college. I'm always kind of rooting for the Sooners a little bit in the back of my of my mind a little bit. And then of course I got
them. I got them picked this year to win the SEC.
They got a tough schedule, and I saw some of the stuff I watched today was about they did a podcast where the guy from Texas and a guy from Oklahoma got on there and talked about each other's teams. So it was definitely it was definitely criticized. Like it was no holding back on the criticism, you know what I mean, from each one of them, which was great, you know what I mean. And then they had a time to rebuttal to our offensive line is they're new, it's a question, whatever, but each one of them went back and forth for me. It was good. It was entertaining. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I do tend to do that. So, but
in the NBA, I do that too. I'll pick I don't really have a team in the NBA lately. I've been rooting for the Mavs, but I usually pick a team from the West and a team from the East and root for them, during the season. But I don't really have a set team,
Yeah. I root for Orlando. I watched all their games last year. I mean, I've only been for 1 year, so I never had an NBA team really before besides the Bulls, but that was just because of MJ and that's what I did then. But I watched every game last year, and I'm rooting for them this year. I don't think they get no respect. But hey, whatever. We'll play the.
Well, they're not in a very good market. Like they don't get a lot of TV time. They don't,
Yeah.
Everybody wants to show the New York games or the LA games or the Texas games or whatever, and you can't. They don't really get as much exposure. So you got to win to get that exposure.
Yeah.
So they got to get deeper into the playoffs. Old Banchero or whatever his name is got to step up, dude. Got to step up. Something about that guy. There's something about that guy. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I would be friends with him. Like, just discernment of spirit or something. Just something about that dude. Just off. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. He seems like a all right dude. Sort of stuff I've seen anyway. He's young. He's really young. It's only going to be his third year, starting his third year. So we'll see. Something else I saw today, man. Did you see the Kelsey brothers? They have that podcast called New Heights. It's pretty funny. I've seen some shorts and stuff of it.
Yeah.
I'm not like a regular watcher or anything, but
it's no top at the Bleachers, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's alright. It's alright, But yeah, they signed with Amazon, the Amazon's podcast studio.
Yeah.
For $100 million.
Yeah, I saw that.
100 million, bro.
See, and they could have had a much better podcast for half that price.
Half. I take a quarter.
Well,
That's
you
pretty
can have
impressive.
you can have a quarter of the half. There you go.
But it's just another case of already being famous. You know what I mean? That helps you
Oh,
a
you think?
lot.
You
Already,
think?
yeah, that kind of helps a little bit, just a little bit.
You think Amazon said, "Are you ever going to have Taylor on? Are you going to get Taylor on? Are you going to get Taylor
Probably,
on the show?"
yeah. Well, another story about Travis. He's bought part ownership in a racehorse. Guess what
Oh
the
yeah,
horse's name is?
shake it off.
Swift Delivery.
Okay, all right.
That's the horse's name. And
Okay.
he bought some of it, I guess.
Uh,
Anyway, yeah. Travis is everywhere right now. He's making movies. He's buying
I can
racehorses.
see. I can see like a year from now, or whenever it happens, and they break up, like renaming the horse, or her writing a song about the horse, and it's going to be fun. It's
It
going to
was a
be.
swift delivery. No. Whatever. Let's see what else did I see today. Like you said, it was a slow Wednesday, man. It was not much going on. I did see Indiana. This is college basketball. Remember, I told you Ole Miss and Illinois were going to play in
Mhm.
a charity game, right? Which I thought was awesome. It's a great idea, charity exhibition. I saw that Indiana and Tennessee are going to do the same thing. They're going to do a charity exhibition game. So I think that's
Kind of along the same lines. I remember when this is back in the day, 1994, 1995, 93. We would have Midnight Madness. The NCAA rules said that the basketball team couldn't practice until a certain time, a certain day. So there were a bunch of teams out there that would have Midnight Madness, and the teams would start practicing at midnight, because that was the exact moment they could start practicing. And they would let fans into the practice, and they would usually do like a red white scrimmage or something like that for their practice. And all you had to do was bring a perishable can of food to get into the ball game, and they collected cans of food to give to the food bank. And
there you go.
I always thought, well, why don't you do that all year long? That should be all year long. You should have to bring a can of food to get into everything.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Right now, they want about 500 cans.
No, you still have to buy your ticket, but you also have to bring a can of food. We need your ticket and a can of food.
Yeah. What other news today? Oh, remember we talked about Carl Lawson being picked up by the Cowboys?
Yeah, I saw he already got
Yeah,
cut.
yeah, he got cut already. It's like dadgum. I
Well,
thought he was. I thought he might actually get to play, but
we're
not
not
much.
short on the defensive front. We have good players up front on the defense. Though where I'm worried about is with Deron Bland going down. I'm worried more about our secondary, because
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to move Lewis outside or if they're going to let the rookie play outside. But oh man, it's nerve wracking. We did get Diggs back. We got Diggs back on the field, which is going to help some. Man, I was so looking forward to Diggs and Bland being in the backfield together, though. That was going to be awesome.
2 shutdown corners.
Yeah. But we supposedly will get him back in 7 to 8 weeks. So hopefully by the end of the season, we got everybody healthy, which never happens. Somebody else will get banged up or something like that.
Oh yeah, there's always injuries in the NFL for sure. Let's see.
That's why it's so important for these guys that played in that third preseason game to make a name for themselves, because even if they make practice squad, you don't know who's going to get hurt. You might get called up or something like that. So that's some of them guys, even though they're just making the practice squad, to that could turn into something down the road.
Yeah. Let's see. Another story I saw that was they did Sam Pittman did a press conference and stuff, and they asked him about team captains. You know, normally how they do every year, they have they name the captains at the beginning of the year or whatever,
Yeah,
and
this was
that's
at
your captain.
yeah, this was at
So
Sissy's Log or Sissy's Country Kitchen, or maybe it was at the Catfish Hole. I don't remember. It's
yeah,
his.
some interviews. But anyway,
It's
he
gonna, it's
said
gonna
he
be
wasn't
his
going to do that this
pregame.
year.
Yeah. I heard that.
Okay.
You want to know how I feel about it?
I guess I was going to tell you about it, but never mind.
Well, I heard about it. You can tell them about it.
All right, never mind. Go ahead. What did you think about it?
I don't think it makes two heels of crap, is what I think. I mean, you know who the leaders are on your team. Then putting a C on their chest doesn't make them any more of a leader.
Yeah.
And it's most teams. There's more than one. You know, sometimes there's, and he's right with the transfer portal and everything. Why not do a rotation thing where everybody gets to, be captain for a little bit? I don't
Well,
know,
he
man.
said that they've got so many people that they consider leaders that it was hard to choose just 4 or 6. But and they also wanted to see how they did in the fire. He said you don't really see your true leaders until they have some adversity. You know what I mean? So
Well, he
I think
was,
towards the end of the
he,
year, you'll have a
yeah,
little more a better idea of who your actual leaders are. You know what I
he
mean?
was saying he got this from Kirby Smart when he was at Georgia, that they didn't name their team captains until the end of the year. Like when
Yeah,
the season was over, they named who the team captains were.
that's kind of weird. I guess it's more like an award. You know,
Yeah.
it's like an award or something, sort of. Anyway, that's cool. I kind of like it. I mean, I think it's cool that everybody gets to be involved. I mean, I could see if you were a
Did you
senior and
ever
you want to be the captain or whatever. But
go out for the coin flip?
oh yeah, I was a captain a couple of times. I think.
I think I went out one time. Sylvan Hills.
Sylvan Hills.
Sylvan Hills.
I couldn't tell you which game. I don't even remember.
The Sylvan Hills game
I want to say Batesville.
stands out to me more than any other game we played in high school, just because we dominated that ball game and still lost. You know, just I couldn't understand it. I was like, how can you dominate a ball game and lose? It's just ridiculous. And then
Yes, it was.
it was a life lesson, is what it was, ladies and gentlemen. It was a life lesson.
That whole year was a life lesson.
Yeah.
Some other Arkansas stuff I saw. Joe Lenardi puts out his NCAA bracket way too early stuff and seeds everybody and stuff. He's got the Hogs ranked number 5, and I was looking at this bracket. If I can find it again, I lost it. But anyway, it's on our sheet, isn't it?
You sent me.
Bracket
You only sent me the bracket that.
Yeah, it's just the one that the Hogs were in. I just took a picture of it. But some things I noticed in this particular bracket that are interesting. They would be fun to see. One is Duke, potential Sweet 16 matchup with Duke. If Michigan were to be some kind of crazy upset up there, a potential rematch with Michigan in the Sweet 16. Also, if things got really crazy, it went all the way to the Final Four, you got a potential matchup with Kentucky.
Yeah, well, did you see who's sitting down at the bottom of that bracket?
I did. I see UConn down there. I see Baylor. Yeah.
That's a tough bracket, dude.
That is a tough bracket. That is a very tough bracket because Florida's no joke. Texas Tech's going to be pretty good. BYU's going to be pretty dang good too.
All right, I'm gonna make a prediction right here. Okay, Joe Lenardi is an idiot. There's no way we're a five. There's no way we're a 5 seed. We're a 3 or better by the time the tournament rolls around.
You think so? Okay. I saw he
look,
had
dude, look. I even brought my Razorback. They used the Kool-Aid, baby. I'm drinking it.
Yeah, I saw that they had us ranked, I think 5th in the SEC because they had Alabama as a number 1, Auburn was a number 2 seed. I forget the other ones. Texas A&M was, I think, a 5 as well. Kentucky was a 6. So yeah, I think he had us to pick to finish 5th in the SEC.
5th in the SEC.
That's what he said. We'll see.
Interesting.
Anyway, that was
this is my we're gonna do 8 and 4 in football. Okay, we'll be a 3 seed or higher in basketball, and we're winning the freaking World Series this year, man.
Okay. Hot takes. You hear them first here on Top of the Bleachers.
Yeah. In 5 months, we will revisit all of this.
Hope we're not crying somewhere in 5 months.
We still got the World Series, man. We still got the World Series.
Geez. Yeah, the other thing I saw was the men's team put out a video today on Instagram of John L. Davis. And he runs from one baseline corner, he shoots a 3, makes a 3, runs cross court to the other end of the court corner, shoots a 3 and makes a 3. He does this 5 times in a row and doesn't miss.
Sweet.
I'm like, let's go. Bring it on. So we'll see. It's just a short video or whatever, but anyway. And that's about it for the news, man. I like I said, it's a boring Tuesday, I guess. And now we're going into Wednesday. We're gonna hopefully things will pick up today with some stuff. I know the college football is gonna be closer. We're just gonna be one day away from the Razorback game. Some other games on Thursday as well.
Still a lot of deals that need to get done in the NFL. Still got a lot of players that are, sitting on the edge, wondering if they're gonna get their deal done or if they're gonna play or whatever. So there'll be some more stuff happen this week. It'll get a little more entertaining.
There was a lot of news about the NFL cutting down their rosters to 53. I guess there was a lot of people that got cut today, and I saw a lot of names, but there wasn't anybody I thought, wow, I can't believe they cut that guy.
I saw 2 that kind of raised my eyebrows. The tight end Parham Jr. I can't remember who he plays for now or who he did play for. Anyway, he got released. He was pretty good. I thought he was pretty good. And then what was the other one? P. Ryan, the running back. He ended up getting cut from somewhere. Wasn't he an Oklahoma boy?
Yeah, he got cut.
Yeah, he got released or cut or whatever.
Yeah. Somebody else will pick him up.
Yeah, somebody pick him up. Maybe the Cowboys. We seem to like going and getting as many running backs as possible. We're gonna have like 7 running backs on our roster.
It kind of sucks because I picked up Daddle for my fantasy team.
Yeah,
and I'm like, all right, come on, get that starting role, boy. You can do it. I've been rooting for him, and then now they're gonna bring in Cook, and him, and they're gonna have a challenge to see who's the oldest broke down running back. Probably
it sucks too because so you got Elliott, you got Cook, you got a Royce Freeman, you got that Dabble kid, and then you got this Deuce Vaughn kid.
Yeah, Deuce.
And it's like, dadgum, I want to keep Deuce Vaughn and Dabble, but we need some experience back there too. I don't know, man. I'd love for.
I think they usually keep that many, just special team and stuff too, and injuries. But
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, that's all I got, man. Would you have anything else on your list?
No, that was pretty much it.
All right, cool. I don't. Just a normal day, normal Wednesday, going to be happening. Just working, and
somehow
I don't think I have any plans.
Somehow we got 40 minutes out of nothing. I don't know how we did that. Because we're professionals, people. That's why.
Wednesday wing it, baby.
Wednesday wing it.
Well, the wife's headed out of town tomorrow.
You're not going with her?
No, I'm not going to go. She's just going.
Man, you're gonna miss out on some. You're gonna miss out on some good volleyball. They got volleyball going on up there.
Well, open weekend in college football. Nobody's going to be in the whole house.
I may come visit you, man.
I see that big screen calling my name over there, bro. It's going to be a good weekend.
I may end up coming to your house.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. We'll get us some hot wings and some nachos and some cold beers.
Some spinach dip.
Yeah. All right. Well, before we get out of here, like we always do, we want to make sure we talk about mental health. And if you're struggling or somebody's struggling, you can tell them the national hotline, which is 988. Life's hard sometimes, and it's easy to get down. So if you need help or need someone to talk to, you can call them. Don't do life alone.
Yeah, don't try to substitute human companionship with drugs or alcohol or something like that to fill that void. Find a friend, reach out to somebody, talk to them. People at 988 would love to talk to you. They'll talk to you all night long. You can also text them. They'll talk to you by text. They'll do it by video chat. They do it all over there. Also, 1-800-SUICIDE gets you to that same system.
Cool. All right. Well, man, have a good Wednesday. And I wanted to remind everybody that we are not actually live. I should have said this at the very beginning, but we're not actually live because we're doing daily now. We are going to be pre-recording stuff and putting it out in the morning. But so if we don't see your comments or reply or anything like that, it's not because we're ignoring you. It's just that we're not actually live anymore. So, but yeah. Anyway, you get more of us though. So what's up?
Don't drive them away, man.
I know, right? All right. Well, I will catch you and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, man. Aloha.
Peace out.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.